right, and welcome to Congo Children's Corner. I'm Kim, and tonight my co-host is Mr. Harold Ingram. Or I guess I'm supposed to say doctor and all that stuff.
No, just Butch.
Just Butch, okay. Butchie? No.
Your brother does it.
All right. All right, so this is my little cousin here who's hosting with me again. So I have two cousin co-hosts. All right. So now this particular cousin co-host has brought marvelous people with him. We have Spirit, Noah, Deja, and the fabulous. I understand she's just like the highlight of the school.
She's all right.
She's all right. Dr. Clark?
Curry.
I'm sorry, Dr. Curry. Dr. Curry. So welcome to tonight's show, everybody.
Thank you.
All right. Are y'all excited to be on TV?
No,
Yes.
I'm nervous.
Yeah.
You're nervous? All right. Well, we've got some poetry, some music, and all kinds of fun stuff coming up, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to let you, since you know these young people, I'm going to let you lead our interview tonight. Sound good?
Yeah, that works.
All right. Let's go.
So first out, I want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to come on the show. I know it's been a long time.
Yes.
It's a long time, but we'll make sure that it happens a little bit more often.
More often. We
More
won't
often.
tell the studio audience it's been 3 years. I've been begging you
Yeah,
to
don't
come
tell
on.
them. Don't tell
Okay,
them.
I
Oh,
won't
wait.
tell 'em.
Sorry. Now you know it's 3 years. But no, we really do appreciate it. And I think that, what you're doing is very good. The Congo Hour having an opportunity to showcase students and just a lot of things that they're doing.
Yeah.
So it gave me an opportunity by you allowing us to come on to bring on 3 wonderful students that we have at Bancroft, one of our many wonderful lions that we have, just to kind of talk a little bit about school, give them an opportunity to talk about that, and also give them a chance to showcase some of the talents that they have.
Okay.
And I think that that's important. So Ms. Hack, how are you?
Good.
Would you like to share anything about your wonderful experience at Bancroft Elementary School? Actually, tell them. I don't even think we said what school. What school do you go to?
Bancroft Elementary.
That's good. And how long have you been there?
Like 2.5 years.
2.5 years. How do you like it?
I like it. It's fun. I made a lot of new friends there.
A lot of new friends. That's good. That's good. What's your favorite class? I know you have Dr. Curry most of the time, but what's your favorite class?
Dr. Curry.
Your favorite subject in the class?
Math.
Math.
Okay, good girl. We like that.
Why math?
Because it's a way to show different ways of and operations of doing things.
That's good. Good job. Do you think that when you get out of school, you might do something with math, or do you have something else you're excited to do?
Something else I'm excited to do.
You want to tell us, or you want it a secret?
I want to be an artist.
An artist. Okay. So we'll see that a little bit later. You're gonna show us some of that artistry. Noah, my buddy. Yeah, I see you have a bow tie on. What's that all about, buddy?
It's like to wear a bow tie every day.
Bow tie. And he does. Let me tell you, he wears bow ties every day.
All right.
He, in his uniform, because we have a uniform school, but within that uniform, he wears a bow tie. He likes to dress it up a little bit.
All right.
And on our ride over here, we talked about some of the things that you want to do. Like, we want to share with the audience some of the things that you want to do.
Like when I grow up, I kind of want to be like a computer scientist,
Okay.
like technical stuff.
Technical stuff.
All right.
So that means I guess you like math and science and those kinds
Yeah.
of things. Yeah. Is Dr. Curry good at that?
Yeah.
You sure? You don't have to say it because she's here. Yeah? All right. Miss Clark. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
So what about you? Any big dreams, big things?
Oh, well, when I grow up, I want to be a singer and a dancer.
Singer and a dancer.
All right.
So do you sing a lot?
Yes.
Where do you sing mostly? I know you sing at school all the time in the hallway when you're not supposed to, but, but where else do you sing?
Other than in the shower and in front of my mirror, I sing in church.
Okay.
Okay. Where do you attend church?
I attend church at Miracle Temple Holy Church Incorporated.
Miracle Temple.
All right. Let's give a shout out to everybody at Miracle Temple.
There we go.
Yeah.
I'll let you talk to Doc.
All right. Hello.
Hello.
All right. So, how exciting is it teaching these young people?
Oh, it's fantastic. I love working in the urban city. I've been doing it for many, 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 many years. So it's wonderful. The kids are highly intelligent. They're always willing to work well. They have great work ethic. So I just love the urban city kids.
So, do you find that you have any special techniques to keep their attention? A lot of times, children aren't always excited with different teachers. So, what do you do to keep the young people excited?
We'll sing and we'll do a lot of clapping and some chanting in class to keep them motivated and on task. And if they get off a little task, we'll do our little clap to bring them all back together again.
Are
So
all
that
of these your students?
These are all my students.
Can I get like a sample of a clap or a chant?
You want to do it?
All right. So that's just if they're getting a little
Little off
roused.
task and a little too excited with the lesson, we'll just kind of like bring everybody back to do that little clap.
Okay, that's a great thing. All right, can we hear a chant too? Just a little one?
Math textbooks and math.
Math notebooks. Math textbooks and math notebooks. Math textbooks and math notebooks.
I
So
like
that's just to get
that.
them textbooks and those notebooks out so we can get them right into doing their numbers to us.
All right. So obviously you do math. What are the other subjects that you do?
Math, reading, science, social studies is what we
Okay.
do, and then we'll sometimes bring in a little bit on social skills, how kids can relate to one another as they get ready to transition into middle school.
Okay. All right. So now, I apologize because I don't know as much as I probably should about Delaware public schools at this age. I didn't live here when my kids were in 5th grade. So I know that we had a lot of testing in Florida during the time. So do you guys have state testing and things that we get prepared for?
We do.
You do?
We have quite a bit of 3 times a year. We give out the amplified test, and then we also progress monitor, which we do every other week with the kids,
Okay.
just to make sure that they're understanding the material that we're teaching them, followed by some intervention for those who are not progressing as or showing as much growth as we need them to show. So we'll do some interventions to help assist them as well.
All right.
At the end of the year, the state test is the Smarter Balance test. That's a new test that they instituted last year. Before that, it was the DCAS state system. So basically, everybody in the state of Delaware takes the Smarter Balance at the end of the year, and that's supposed to be an indicator or a measure of progress and competency in specific academic areas. So that's one of the things that they do.
So, all right, so I'm gonna ask just a couple of little harder questions, right? So rumor has it that sometimes y'all kind of focus a lot on testing and not on teaching. How do we keep balance within Bancroft?
Well, for Bancroft, and I can
Yes,
speak for
Bancroft,
Bancroft,
yes.
and I can speak for 99% of the Christina school district,
Okay,
100%.
okay.
We tend not to do that because it's what's important for us to be able to do is really focus on the needs of the students, kind of what you spoke about. A lot of our students are coming in with a lot of deficits and some things that they really need some support in. So we try to make sure that we focus on that to kind of close that achievement gap that you see amongst different grade level bands in different schools and depending on their location. So the test is one of the things that I share with them all the time to definitely not focus on that. We definitely have to focus on ensuring their success and making sure they're growing, because ultimately if we focus just on the test, there's so many things that they'll be missing that are important. I mean, the goal is not total academics. It's basically about developing the whole child. So basically them growing holistically all the way around, and that's the most important thing for us. Almost to a fault where we kind of really alternatively focus and really focus on things for a longer period of time, as opposed to, for example, in school we have curriculum maps and study guides and curriculum guides and all of those kinds of things that students have to kind of keep pace with. But if teachers feel as though their students have not mastered the material, then they're given the opportunity to kind of refocus on what it is that they have missed. So we do a lot of remediation, a lot of interventions, a lot of those things for some of our students, because we realize that they do need that, and we don't want them to miss out on an opportunity for that growth.
All right. Tell me about homework help. Do you guys get, you guys just know all your homework and get it done quickly and easily, right?
Yeah.
What about the students that need a little more help? How do you help with homework help and making sure?
Well, she's being modest in some of her conversation, but she
Okay.
stays after, comes early in the morning, and she allows students to come in to be able to help support that. Unfortunately, and something that we'll probably talk about a little bit later, our district is kind of in a financial situation that's not allowing us to be able to give those additional resources. So what a lot of our teachers have done, and a lot of teachers across the Christina School District have done, have actually volunteered their time to be able to support those students because they realize that they need it. And the first thing that they understand is that they went to school to be an educator, they went to school to teach, they went to school to make sure that students become successful ultimately. That is the end goal, and they're willing to do whatever it takes to do that. So there's plenty of opportunities for them to do that. Some of them work on Saturdays, some of them do home visits. Like I said, some of them come in before school hours and actually work with the students. Some of them stay after because our school is 9 to 4, so that gives us a little bit more freedom than other schools who start a little bit earlier. So teachers are allowed, well, not allowed, but they do come in around 8 o'clock or so that gives them an hour before students even come to actually work with them, and then some of them stay. When we exit at 4, they stay until 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock to be able to help support that.
Wow. So what motivates you, Dr. Clark? I'm Curry, I'm sorry. I'm getting Spirit you together, so I'm sorry.
That's
please.
fine. The kids, they're the driving force behind everything I do. All my lessons I tailor to make sure we specifically target the needs of these students. So they motivate me. Every day I come in and see their smiling faces, the hugs, the love that they give you. Every day, it's all about the kids. Everything I do is about the kids. They do. They keep me young.
All right.
It's all about the kids.
All right, so tell us, we ready to start our talent or let the audience see what you can do?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So what we'll do is we'll take a quick break and we'll start off. Who's starting off for me tonight?
Spirit.
All right. Spirit, you've been nominated. All right, please stand by. We will be right back with Spirit. You're singing? All right, Spirit's going to give us a song.
And welcome back to the Congo Hour. We are now into the talent section of the hour. And I would like to, at this time, introduce one of my students at Bancroft Elementary, Miss Spirit Clark, who you heard from a little bit earlier, who will be singing the Black National Anthem. Miss Clark.
Right.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let us resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the present has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
Fabulous.
Nice job. Very good. Very good.
All right. All right, so we'll be right back. We're going to get Spirit here with us. All right, go. We're excited.
Good job.
I am
Good
so
job.
impressed. I wish I could do that. I don't want to say I still don't know all the words.
That's all right.
That's all right. We can never give up. Keep trying, right? All right, so maybe Spirit can help me. Help me learn.
Well, the first part of the stanza is, of course, the title, Lift Every Voice and Sing.
Okay.
And then I guess the person wanted to make it rhyme, so they said, till earth and heaven rings.
Okay.
And then they wanted us, I guess, to ring with the harmonies. And he must have been thinking of the Statue of Liberty, because he said of liberty. And then he wanted us to, like, let our rejoicing rise, high as the listening skies. And that's all I actually remember from then.
Well, I appreciate that. That's wonderful. Nobody's ever
I,
given
I
me
was
a...
just getting ready to say I have never broken a song down like that.
That's
To
it.
really realize that. So that's pretty good.
It really is. So we know you have another fan here. We're going to let your other fan
Yeah, best friend.
talk. Come on.
Spirit, my best friend, she's been singing ever since I got here, which was last year in 4th grade. She was the first person I met and the first person I actually liked. And I consider her my best friend because she will always stick up for me and she will always have my back no matter what it was. Even if I treated her badly, and I would say sorry and she would forgive me.
Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? That's so important, forgiveness.
I think so. It's very
Yeah,
important. You look like you want to say something there.
Yeah. There was a lot of times she said sorry. A lot of times I seen that big cheesy smile saying sorry.
Yeah.
Well, that's important. It's
And
a
I
lot of
still
times you forget.
forgave her.
Is it too late now to say sorry?
Oh.
That is really good.
Forgiveness is important.
But I
important.
still love her. That's like my little sister. Consider her my sister.
That's good. And also remember, as adults, it gets harder and harder. So keep doing it now so you get some practice.
That forgiveness is important.
Yeah.
You're going to get lots of chances to forgive. And it's important
forget.
that we do that. Yeah,
And forget. Definitely let it go.
that's right.
That's a great job, though.
Yes. So tell us a little more about a day at Bancroft.
A day at Bancroft. A day at Bancroft is very exciting. I guess I should probably kind of share a little bit. I know I've shared previous times about my position and what I do at Bancroft, but I've been at Bancroft now about 6 years. This is year 6, and this has probably been the most exciting, most fulfilling 6 years that I've ever had in education, and I've been in education now about 15 years. Okay. And I never thought that I was going to go to elementary. I was always in middle school. I was at Glasgow High School first, which is also in the Christina School District. Then I went to Kirk Middle School for a stint with Donald Patton, who was kind of my mentor and kind of brought me into education. Then I went to Christiana High School, and then I went to Douglas Alternative School, and then I kind of got a call about 6 years ago that said, you know, what do you think about elementary? And of course, my first reaction was, nah, I can't do little kids. I don't want anybody grabbing on my pants and, you know, and grabbing and touching me. I was like, I can't do it, I can't do it. But I didn't resist. So let me make that clear. I didn't resist because I'm all about the kids and I love the kids and I love what I'm doing. But I realized, or I came to the realization that pre-K through 5 is the most important time for students and for us to have the most impact on students. Right. By the time they get to middle school and high school, not that it's impossible, but it's just a little bit more difficult to be able to change some of the things that they've learned or try to get them to unlearn some of the behaviors and things that they have. And I have a great staff, so let me just say that too. I have a great staff at Bancroft Elementary School. They do a phenomenal job every day, and they don't get recognized. I mean, teachers everywhere, and especially, you know, in the city, they just don't get recognized for the job that they do and the things that they have to do to be able to ensure the success of the students. I mean, they put the students first every single day, and I know I wouldn't be where I was without them, so I do want to say that. And I know that all of the principals and administrators throughout the district, wherever they are, in every school throughout the state and within our district, they feel the same way because they are the ones that are on the front line and make it possible for them every single day. And they need to know that, and they need to know that they are critically important to the success of the students. But Bancroft's fun. I mean, Bancroft's exciting. It's never a dull moment. There's always something happening. I got a Fitbit for Christmas. It was given to me as a gift, a Fitbit, and I think I put about a good 7 miles a day walking up and down the halls and just, you know, handling things that are going on, and you don't even realize it. I mean, it's not that there's issues or major concerns or problems, but just being active and being involved and having the students see you and making sure that they understand that you are there and you're there to support them. You kind of put a lot of miles on my shoes. So, you know, we have to do those kinds of things. But, you know, they come in, they have breakfast. I mean, we start their day, as Dr. Curry mentioned earlier, in elementary school, since you're not familiar with the Delaware system. Okay. They're pretty much in the same class all day, and the teacher does teach all of the core subjects. Okay. They leave for specials and for lunch and for, you know, recess and any other opportunities that they have outside of the core academics. That's when they leave. But they're pretty much there all day. So that means that teacher has to be, you know, that consistency, that one who pushes them, that one who makes them want to give that 100%. Because if that's the same person that you see every day, all day, and that doesn't work and that connection's not there, that could be a problem. It could be a problem. But it's fun, and I know Dr. Curry can speak to that. And actually, the kids could probably speak to that. I know they're excited every day. They talk to me every day, and they're smiling all the time, and they're smiling and wanting to come on the show, so that means they must like something about the day. So, but it's good times. It's very good, and we're happy, we're excited, and I'm proud to be there, and I'm proud to have students like that every single day. Even my challenging ones, you know, they keep me young, I guess, too, huh?
Oh, absolutely.
Keep me in the gym.
They do.
So, tell us about working. Can we do that? You ready to tell us what it's like having him for a principal?
He's a great principal. I've known Butch Ingram for about 12 years now. 2004, we worked together at Kirk Middle School, and subsequently, years later, I felt that my calling was to drop down to the smaller ones to help them with the foundational years. So, you know, we put some things together and gave Mr. Ingram a call and gave him a portfolio, and subsequently I stepped out of secondary and moved on into elementary level. And I look back and I have not made one mistake down this road. It's really a great experience working on the elementary level, seeing the kids' growth and how they change over the course of time, over years. It has been really nice. I mean, because you just don't mix with I'm teaching 5th grade, so I just do not mix just with my 5th grade students. I even get to know the smaller ones from K all the way through. And so you form a bond with all the kids, a lot of the kids and then their families. And there is obstacles in the urban city, but it's very rewarding. We have great administrators, Mr. Ingram, Mrs. Kingery. They give you their full support and things that you need to take care of with your classroom, materials, whatever it is, they always are there to meet your needs. So it's wonderful. Of course, you have your challenges, but it's a great place to be. And I don't have one regret stepping into elementary school. The kids are marvelous. They're very creative. Every day teachers come in well prepared, and we have to change our hats as we go along, but that's fine. And again, it keeps us young, and we're helping them, and we see how they're changing over time and all the growth that they have. So it's a wonderful place. It really
So,
is.
some of the obstacles or challenges, what are some of the easy way of putting some of the challenge? We want to keep our love here, but still discuss what's real.
So, I mean, the kids come in with some deficiencies. So we try to meet the needs of the kids right where they are and then build them up over time. So that's where we have our intervention for our reading and our math support. And we do small group work, which is normally 60 minutes for math and 60 minutes for reading. And so in whole group is 30 minutes. So we try to meet the kids where they are and build them over time. And so I'll say that that's the biggest challenge, trying to get them to achieve and close that achievement gap that Mr. Ingram mentioned earlier. So that's the big thing, just getting them to understand the material, being creative, so they really do understand with math. We give them a lot of different ways to figure out and solve problems, so that, you know, education is not a one-size-fits-all.
Exactly.
So we have to try to show them different ways, a variety of ways to be able to answer problems and to think critically. And I mean, we're doing it and the kids are doing it, and it's, I see the growth moving well, and I think Bancroft is at a really good point right now. And so we want to continue to see that growth over time. And, you know, I think that we have a good handle and a grasp on things right now.
And so a lot of talk, I'm going to hit hard subjects, okay? All right. So a lot of times you hear people talk about the parent participation and it's not as great. And what do you guys do, or do you get? I mean, I know you get it because I actually had one of my groups come down and make you guys cookies not long ago.
Parent participation historically, I would say, has been difficult and has been challenging, but I'd also like to throw another plug out there, if I may. We had a father's breakfast about 7 days or so ago, and we actually had about 35 or 40 fathers from the school actually come out to that. And that's the first time that we had the fathers show up in masses, because unfortunately, you know, and whether that be because of job or distance or whatever the case may be, they have not necessarily been present. and they've been kind of absent. So to actually be able to get them to come in and have a core group where we can now start to work through them to reach out to the other fathers in the community is critically important. We have a lot of events. We have showcases. We have upcoming soon, our Black History Celebration will be coming up. We have parent workshops weekly. We have parent workshops through our Parent Resource Center, which we have a partnership with Children and Families First and our Eastside Community Program. And actually all the city schools, or 3 of the city schools in the Christina School District have that. And they set up the workshops to try to educate parents and give them an opportunity to come in so they can feel more comfortable, because a lot of parents have had some difficulty in school themselves, so they kind of distance themselves from school and don't necessarily want to be a part of it because they've had those challenges. And this is a way to kind of soften that and kind of give them a comfortable environment and welcoming environment for them to become and be active. We have parent links, not phone conversations, but we have parent links that actually go out and send messages to parents to try to get them to come in. And our attendance these past 2 years have increased. The first few years it was kind of difficult, and I think that had a lot to do with some transition that was going on. And what you find in urban environments is that you need that consistency, and parents need to feel like they can trust you and they want to be able to build those relationships. So, for example, when Dr. Curry was speaking, we have some of their brothers and sisters are in our school now. So we've had brothers, sisters, cousins, nieces, nephews, and all of them come through. So once you build that bond and that connection, then they'll come.
Okay.
When you call them and you ask them to come out, then they'll be there. They answer the phone calls, because sometimes, you have problems and, you're calling, the kids having issues, the phone is gone, it's disconnected, they don't answer, those kinds of things. But now, once you build that, it's like, okay, hey, yeah, okay, we'll be right there. We'll come in and we'll have these conversations and set up what's best for them. But it is hard. I mean, it's hard everywhere. But I think it is a little bit more difficult to get that parent participation. And I don't want to say that they don't want to be involved, because nobody says, I don't want to be involved in my child's life. I mean, that's not what it is. There's other things that are prohibiting them from being able to do that, and we just want to figure out what that is. And once we can really figure out what that is, we can change the mentality and really get them in, and that's the most important thing. But we're getting there.
All right, so we can shout out to the parents that are watching.
We absolutely can shout out to the parents that are watching.
Always welcome, right?
That's right. I might be calling you.
So pick up the phone.
That's
We'll
right.
have some fun. Maybe we can get some parents on.
That would be excellent.
All right, so we're gonna ask some parents from Bancroft to come on with us too next time.
That's right.
All right. So we ready for our next little bit of talent here?
I think we are. I think Miss Hack is up next.
All right. Best friend, you ready?
No?
All right, get
Nah,
ready.
we're gonna be all right.
We'll be right back with best friend, Miss Deja Hackett.
Welcome back. We are back with Miss Deja Hack. Miss Deja Hack will be performing a little poetry. She's another one of our students that has been sitting with us this evening, talking with us, and I'm really excited to have her as well as the other students, because she's talented and gifted as they are, and we would like to hear from her. Miss Hack.
Never give up, never. I believe in your endeavor. Never give up, never. You are smart and very clever. Never give up, never. I believe in you forever. Hey, Black Child by County Cullen. Hey, Black Child, do you know who you are, who you really are? Do you know you can be who you want to be if you try to be what you can be? Hey, Black Child, do you know where you're going? I mean, really going? Do you know you can learn what you want to learn if you try to learn what you can learn? Hey, Black Child, do you know you are strong? I mean, really strong? Do you know you can do what you want to do if you try to do what you can do? Hey, Black Child, be who you want to be, learn what you must learn, do what you want to do, and tomorrow your nation will be what you want it to be.
All right. There we go. Wonderful. That was good. Very, very good.
All right. Give us a minute. We'll get Miss Hack right back with us. All right. That was great.
I'm excited.
You should be. You really should be. I'm excited for you.
Absolutely, and that's kind of what we talked about before. This is just one of the many talents that are within the school at Bancroft, or within the city and in the schools, and all of our schools. Children, young adults, soon to be adults at some point, are full of gifts, talents, and abilities, and we need to harness that.
I agree.
And we really want to just give them the resources, the tools, the exposure.
Yes.
To be great. I mean, exposure is pretty much the key, though.
It is.
Absolutely.
It really is. All right. So, best friend, you proud?
That don't sound like you proud.
That's right,
I
Carla.
am very, very proud of my beautiful best friend.
Say it louder.
I am very proud of you, Deja.
There we go.
All right. That's nice.
Love you.
That's
I
good
love
to
her.
see.
It is.
It really is.
And they're laughing and joking, but they really do genuinely care about each other, and they are there to support each other. And that's one of the things that we try to instill in children too, is that, you know, you need to be able to support your peers, the people that are that you see every single day, because you never know what somebody's going through. You never know what somebody's dealing with, and you know, a kind word or a kind gesture or a kind act or just being there, you don't know what that can do to change a person's life. So we try to make sure that they understand that every day, and they do a great job with that.
All right. I love it. Okay, so who wants to tell me something else? Tell me one of the funniest things that's happened at school lately.
The funniest thing?
All right, something really cool that you want to share.
The funniest thing that's happened to me since I've like been in Bancroft
Uh-huh.
is the first time I actually seen Mr. Ingram. And I say that because the first time I seen him, he was running around in the Superman cape that had the Superman S and Superman socks, and it was just with a Superman hat on his, and it was just very funny. Like, and in my mind, I'm like, does this man really think he's Superman? But then I had met my friend Jazera. She doesn't go there anymore. She was like, no, that's just the thing he does. He considers himself like that. I'm like, oh, so he's one of those crazy principals? And she was like, no, he just like encourages us to like say that we can all be super. I'm like, oh, thanks for clearing that up for me. But when I first got there, that was the funniest thing that was ever happened to me. I was like, I think that was the highlight of my first day here.
Well, I think it sounds pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Too.
Superman.
Noah, it's your turn.
All right, yeah, tell us something.
You ain't
Noah.
talk since
Yeah.
you sat down on this couch.
Uh-oh.
They calling you out, buddy.
Uh-oh.
Well, the funniest thing that's happened since I've been here was when, kind of the same thing as Spirit said, but when it was Mr. Ingram's birthday and we had Miss April dress up in the Superman outfit and run around the auditorium.
I remember that. I do remember
So
that.
you're all super there, huh? Everybody gets an S on their chest at
They do.
Bancroft.
They're earning it. They're
my
definitely
turn?
earning it.
Oh yeah, it's your turn. Oh, it is your turn.
Please tell something different.
The funniest thing that happened to me when I first came to Bancroft was meeting Mr. Avenger. He was funny. He used to always crack jokes on us, and he looked like Mr. Ingram.
Oh, is he still
They got
there?
the same
He's still
head
there,
well,
and he's probably
He
gonna watch.
looks like Mr. Ingram
because they both got the
have
same head.
Just the shininess. As you know, Nakaja, she'll say you can look in his head and you can see yourself in his head. That's what Nakaja says.
I love young people.
They are. They tell the truth, don't they?
All right. Okay, so you guys have a poem for me too, right?
No.
No?
Yes.
All right, so how long did it take you to learn that part? That was great. You did a wonderful job. How long did it take you to memorize that?
One day.
All right.
10
I
seconds.
love
Good,
that.
absolutely.
Hey.
Not even a full day.
No.
All
Half
right.
an hour.
See,
10 minutes.
they actually all performed last week. We had we have a My Very Own Library. So basically, that's a program that Scholastic Books and United Way formed a partnership to give free books to the city students. So every city school, I think, in the city of Wilmington receives 10 books per year. So they come back 3 times a year. So the first time they get 3 books, the second time they get 3 books, and then at the end of the year they get 4 books. And that's basically to give them an opportunity to get books that they wouldn't necessarily have and give them access to reading material. You know, as educators, we try to tell students all the time, read, 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 but then when they go home, they don't have access to the material to read.
Okay.
So this was a great partnership with them, and they've been very supportive of urban schools and making sure that the books are in those students' hands. So they actually performed everything that they performed here in front of a lot more people than us 5 sitting here or 6 sitting here. So they were a little shy, but they pulled it off. They did a great job, and like I said, we're pretty excited about that.
That is great. So that's good when you get to go pick out some books you like. So what's that about? So you get to go pick out anything. And what books did you get? What was your favorite book?
My favorite book is Ever After High because you see a whole bunch of commercials of these little toys, and we don't want to get the toy, we want to get the book. So we see the book, and that's the first thing we see. So we grab the first thing we see on the commercials, and it satisfies us because when we don't have the pictures in the book, we can use our imagination, like use our own details of how they would look instead of looking at a picture. I think chapter books is my favorite type of books
All
because
right.
get you deeper in the story.
Okay.
Noah?
Well, my favorite book that I got was called Omega City. It was like a pretty big chapter book, and it was like about like this boy who like went undercover at night, and he was like crossing through the city without being caught. It was pretty interesting.
Okay.
All right.
Well, my favorite book that I got, it was called I Am Princess X.
I knew it.
And it's not like about normal princesses in a beautiful magic castle with a dragon and stuff. It's about a princess who's like a princess, but she's a warrior. But she becomes a warrior because her friend May believes that she drowned, but she didn't. Her mom was shot, but her mom tried to drive. Instead of that, she ran over a bridge. But she was Princess X. She was saved by a man called the Needle Man. And the Needle Man, he lost his daughter, so he wanted Princess X to be his other daughter, but she wasn't going down for that. So. But so far, I'm at chapter 10 now. There are 27 chapters, and I hope I get to chapter 19 if my eyes don't end up hurting. So it's a very different book. There are some words I wish I'd never seen in that book, but there are some different things in the book that you wouldn't see in a normal princess book.
All right. I like
So what
that.
I'm gonna need you to do, and I'm gonna talk to your dad when we get finished. I'm gonna need you to bring me that book, so I can see so I can see these words that they put in this library that we have in the school.
In the elementary, right?
Right.
When I seen it, I thought it was a child book, but I'm like, I read like to chapter 5 and like, wow.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing.
We appreciate that. Well, the important thing here is they're actually reading
They're reading.
and enjoying it. So we're expanding and learning and all kinds of fun stuff.
That's good.
And I like, yes.
And at the end, they were given notice that again all the city schools they rented out the Blue Rock Stadium for June 2nd.
Okay.
So all of the students at all the schools will be able to go to a Blue Rocks game on June the 2nd, and just have fun and just kind of sit back,
All right. That's exciting.
participate. They were all excited. They got to see I forget what his name is. What is it?
Rocky.
Clifford and Rocky.
Clifford and
Rocky.
Her favorite was Clifford. When she
Clifford
seen
the
I
Red
used to
Dog.
watch him every day when I was 5 years
That's
old.
it. I used to like Clifford too. The big red dog, right?
Yeah.
All right, Dr. Curry. So most of your students enjoy reading. The ones that don't, how do we encourage them?
They
What would
do.
you tell parents?
They do. They enjoy reading on the line, going down to lunch. They're reading. When they're coming back up the steps from lunch, they're reading. We do a little roar where they're intimately reading right after lunch. After we go back into the classroom, they're reading their books. They're reading all during the day. And so we encourage our parents to start a small library if they can at home. But if not, we have in my classroom over 200 books on the shelves for kids to go over to and take a book and read. So they're reading continuously throughout the class day.
So do you have to read so much per night, or they're reading so much during the day?
Well,
we're
we
good?
encourage them to read 30 minutes per night.
30 minutes per night.
That's 5 days a week. So we promote reading in a really big way. So it happens all the time. They read out loud during class. They read during small groups. So it's read, 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 read. You know, the more you read, the more you're going to end up earning. So they're always reading.
So the more they're going to end up earning?
We hope, yes, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah,
And
that's
we know that
for
reading
sure.
helps make us what?
Smarter.
Smarter,
Hey.
absolutely.
Yes, ma'am.
I got something to say about Dr. Curry.
Let's hear it.
I think that out of all my teachers, Dr. Curry is my favorite because
she tells us when we go to middle school, we can't lack because we got to go to different classes. When we writing down our notes and we moving too slow, she be like, y'all got to hurry up because in middle school, you only get 70 minutes.
70 minutes in each class. You hurry up. It don't take that long to write 2 sentences off a board. It don't take you that long to copy off a board.
Okay, y'all have to say everything.
I love it.
But
So-
Dr. Curry inspires me to go to college.
All right, that's it. Those are the
the
key.
key, yeah,
That's
that's
it. We're family. All right, so we ready for our poem?
No?
Yes.
I am. All right. We're going to be right back because they're going to perform for us one more time. All right. We are now ready for the poem. Can you tell us a little bit about, give us a little bit what this poem is? And
No.
No?
Yeah. It's a great poem.
I guess it's not.
I've heard it a number of times, but I'm going to let them do the poem because
Okay.
me talking about it doesn't really give them justice.
Okay. All right. I see. I needed Dr. Curry for that, right? Yes. Oh. All right. Go ahead.
I am somebody. I may be black, I may be white. I am somebody. I am somebody. I may be poor, I may be rich. I am somebody.
All right. So that's important.
That's important. Absolutely.
Very.
You know, we talk about, making sure that they understand that they are important and letting them know that they can do anything. That's kind of that whole Superman theme, so let me just talk about that for like 2 seconds. I don't want anybody out there to think that I'm this crazy guy that just runs around with Superman stuff
Well,
on
you
every
kind of
day.
are.
But if you think about it, just a plug for Superman, Batman coming out March 25th. But Superman is he historically has been the only person that cannot be defeated. So when I share that information and when I talk about Superman, I want them to feel like nothing's impossible. They can do pretty much anything, and nothing can stop them. They just keep fighting, keep pushing, against any adversity in any situation, any circumstance. They can overcome anything. So when we talk about it and I share that with them, which is why they kind of talked about it. I mean, that's what I believe for myself, and that's what I want them to believe for themselves, and that's what all the teachers and the staff believe for them, is that they can do anything. So that's what Superman's about. It's not about me just liking Superman.
So will you come on with your Superman outfit? Is that what
Absolutely
you'd
not.
like?
I can wear the lanyard that has a little S on it, but that's
we
about
can
as
get-
much as you're gonna get out of me
Okay.
on
All
here.
right.
on here.
All right. So you're gonna share some more information with us, right?
Yeah, if I could just share a little bit of information. The important thing for us coming here, and we do appreciate us allowing us to showcase our students and their abilities, and just the Christina School District. It's not isolated to Bancroft. The entire district has students and adults and people who have a lot of positive things that are going on. So often we get caught up in a lot of things that are negative, and we tend to focus on that, and we never get to really showcase and show students and their abilities and the things that they're able to do.
So we're going to give us a plug right now. So we want
Absolutely.
to acknowledge this is the purpose of Congo Children's Corner, to showcase young people, to see us in a positive light. So even though we have great students here who gave us talent, sometimes we have students who just improved a little.
Absolutely.
So even if it's from, I don't know what elementary school grades, give me a.
Like they meet proficiency, near proficiency, or below proficiency.
So if you just stepped up a level, we want you to come on. We want you to know that we're proud
Right.
of the job that you're doing and that you're trying. So please let your student come on with us.
Absolutely. And we will be back with more students
Good.
throughout the district, not
Yes.
just us, because
Okay.
that's important. But we really just wanted to kind of, if I could, for the last few minutes, just kind of just talk about something that's very important to the Christina School District and just the community as a whole. And that's on March 23rd, we are having a operating referendum for the Christina School District. And what that means essentially is that we have to get the community to actually vote affirmatively or positively and vote yes for what some would consider a tax increase in their overall taxes, to be able to support schools. We did have a couple in the past, and as our interim superintendent is speaking about now and has shared now, you want to leave the past in the past. He quoted Elsa from Frozen. I don't know where that came from, but he likes that. Kind of just let it go and focus on the now. We've seen what happened as a result of 2 failed referendums last year, and some of the difficulties and things that we now face as a result of that. So now's an opportunity for the public to kind of, positively, support a referendum on March 23rd. No, all the schools in the Christina School District, as well as some community centers, are going to be open for that. They're open from 10 to 8 on the 23rd of March. And it's just basically a way for us to secure the basic funds that are necessary to run a school. I think that sometimes people don't realize that Delaware, unlike other states like Pennsylvania and Maryland and other states, they don't have to do this. What happens is when the schools need resources and funds, they automatically raise taxes, or they automatically, put things out there that can increase those funds for education. But Delaware gives people an opportunity to vote, and you want to give people the freedom or the choice. However, when you think about education, it's just difficult to grasp the concept that we have to ask you to help, be able to support students, and we're not asking for something that's going to give us a surplus or allow us to go out and do these masterful things. We're talking about just basic needs of schools. And we haven't asked, or no, I'll take that back, we haven't had a referendum until last year, since 2010. So for the past 6 years now, we haven't asked the public for anything, and we haven't asked them to help support that. So we really hope that by us kind of letting the public know the positive things that we're doing, they already know what hasn't happened as a result of it failing the last couple of times. And we really just want them to come out and support that. We want to have people like Dr. Curry want to stay and work in the classrooms. Because essentially what happens is there's cuts, and cuts have to happen. And then when you cut staff, or you cut programs, and you cut those kind of things, it just creates a negative environment for the students. I mean, we want to focus this on the students. This is 100% about the students and their ability to be successful. We all adults have already made it, for lack of a better word, and have had opportunities and been given opportunities to be successful, and had somebody kind of pull them along and make sure that they're successful. They don't have a chance unless we support them. And the way that we can support them is basically by going out, for a referendum and asking for support and asking for the community to support that. Because at the end of the day, they are the future. They are the ones who are going to be taking care of us, me, you, whomever, one day, and we want to make sure that they're ready for that. And it starts in school, and education and those basics kind of is what takes us there.
So do you guys have special programs as well? Do you do any music, and what are your special programs, and will they?
Well, they're pretty much at the middle school and high school level, and I'm glad that you brought that up, but that's one of those things that could potentially be in jeopardy. We talked about it last time, and we didn't have to necessarily focus on those programs, but at the end of the day, there's only so many teachers that you can remove before the students seriously miss out on a free and public education and appropriate education. But those are one of the things that we have to do, should there be a failed operating referendum on that 23rd.
Well, it's not going to happen,
That's
because
right.
everybody's going to understand the
positive.
importance
Right.
of this. We talk about what the kids are doing and how our young people behave. It's important that we support them. If we want them to continue to be great citizens, we have to show them that we appreciate them. So that's everybody. And I think sometimes you just don't know how much you really matter, because a few people go out and say no, but if a lot of us come out and say yes, then we win. So it's very important for everyone to understand. We say it all the time, your one vote really counts. It's important that everybody knows you do matter, and you matter right now to these children.
Absolutely. And it's been pretty positive. Like I honestly can say that this time around, we haven't had, the naysayers and the people who have really been against it, because I think that they're truly starting to understand the need and truly realize that, our children are important and we need to take care of them. And that's the most important thing. I mean, that's what education is all about.
All right. Well, we are winding down, and we know we have to have a birthday shout out, right?
That's right.
Hey.
Yeah, it's my uncle's birthday today. My uncle, his name is AJ. He's turning, I think, 8 years old today.
All right. Happy birthday, Uncle AJ.
Happy birthday. Guess we give anybody else a quick one.
Yeah, well, let's give a couple of quick shout outs before we go.
Shout out to my mom and dad. Thank you for watching me. Hope Canada watched me. Shout out to my Aunt Rhonda, or as I call her, my Aunt Peachy. And,
Thanks, Peachy.
And to just all the lions out there.
All right. So you wanna? I know we gave the birthday shout out. You wanna say shout out to anybody else?
Shout out to all the teachers at Bancroft.
Okay,
All right.
that's right. And a special shout out and applaud for not only does she give up her morning, she is now giving up her evening. We
Oh,
appreciate you, Dr. Curry,
Absolutely.
and
Shout
we
out
look
to
forward to
Superman.
you
And
coming
shout
back
out to
again.
Superman.
Bring
Shout out to Superman.
Oh, and definitely a shout out to Superman.
Take it out.
All right, so this has been the Congo Children's Corner. We truly appreciate you watching and supporting. I'm gonna keep saying it until March 23rd.
323.
323. Please come out and vote yes.